This week, the High Road comes to you from South Texas and the world-famous 777 Ranch, which is owned by my friend Jeff Rand. I've had the opportunity to hunt on this ranch many years ago, and I was always impressed with the quality of wildlife that calls this ranch home. Species of animals from all over the world thrive on the 777 Ranch, and it's a testament of land stewardship. This trip, we'll be hunting whitetails on the 777, and you'll hear how the importance of a great nutritional program is what really keeps this ranch and its animals as healthy as can be.
FreedomMunitions.com, your online ammunition destination, presents The High Road with Keith Warren.
We hunt for different reasons, but it's more than just the kill.
First off, I'm grateful to be an American, to live in a country that still has a country like this.
It's about the experience, freedom, passion, and adventure. I'm Keith Warren, and like you, I live for the hunt. Hey everybody, this week the High Road takes us to the 777 Ranch just outside of Hondo, Texas. It's late January and we're on a late season whitetail hunt. We'll be telling you more about the 777 Ranch and how far the game management program has come in the last 15 years.
I bought the 777 Ranch in October of 2002, and it's located just outside of Hondo, Texas. We're able to produce and grow a lot of our own feed, our bulk feed, but we do have to supplement with a record rack of protein that I found to be ideal for our situation.
One of the number one questions I typically get is how much supplemental feed am I going to use on my ranch? That's a constantly moving target based off of habitat conditions, based off of mainly on the amount of rainfall you get. If you look at the amount of rainfall you get, the amount of supplemental feed should be kind of inversely related to that. So like we're here at 777 Ranch, this ranch obviously manages for all different kinds of super exotics and for really large whitetail. So dialing in that program so that you're not getting eaten out of house and home, but you're still getting really good results from an antler production standpoint takes some work. And to take that a step further, there's not one deer feed that's going to do the job for every ranch is I guess the message that everybody needs to understand.
Let me tell you about Jeff Rand. Jeff is the owner of the 777 Ranch, and I've known Jeff since he bought the place. Jeff is he's a man's man. That's all I can say. I mean, he's a PH in Africa, and a PH in Africa that means professional hunter. And Jeff is he's really good. Jeff is an incredible hunter. He's an incredible steward of the land and of the wildlife, and he's really good at what he does. I guess the first time I came out to the 777 Ranch was 15, 18 years ago. Back when Jeff bought the place, I was doing a lot of the marketing out here, and one of the animals I always wanted to hunt was an aoudad. And so when given an opportunity, I asked Jeff if I could hunt one, and I wanted to do it with a bow. And skeptical? Yep, Jeff was skeptical, and so was I, because I'd killed some aoudad before, and they are tough. But this time I wanted to try it with a bow. We gave her a whirl, and as luck would have it, a group of them came in, and I mean, this one, he was a giant. I sent an arrow into what I call the promised land and put him on the ground. Turns out that to this day, I don't think I'll ever kill a bigger aoudad than that. He was 34.5 inches, so that was a brute.
Yeah, Keith, you got a great trophy.
I'll tell you, I have had a passion for sheep hunting for years and years. I've taken Dall sheep, and I have taken an aoudad with a handgun, but he certainly wasn't like this. Matter of fact, I've never known anybody that has ever killed on video an aoudad, and that was one part of it, part of the challenge. And Jeff was out here this morning with me.
Yeah, this trip Keith is hunting with a rifle, and it's a really unique weapon. A little bit I know about it, but the main thing was to get it shooting right, and he spent quite a bit of time down at the range getting that right.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Reconics, Walls Pro Series, Legendary Arms Works, Sightmark, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%, and Tannerite. The High Road will be right back. Tannerite Binary Reactive Rifle Targets presents viewer feedback.
All right, this one comes to us off of our YouTube channel from a viewer by the name of David. He says, I'm new to the shooting sports and I hear a lot about MSRs. What does that stand for? David, that's a good question. It stands for Modern Sporting Rifles. You know, that's what I shoot. I'm shooting a Nemo. But a modern sporting rifle is something like a AR-15. And so the press has taken AR-15 and blown it so bad. So what we do, we now call it MSRs, Modern Sporting Rifles. David, that's a good question. I've had this week marked off on my calendar for a long time, and as luck would have it, I've got a cold. Hey everybody, this week I'm going to be heading down to South Texas, and I've got a whole week to spend going after white-tailed deer and feral hogs, and if some predators get in the way, we may take care of some of them too. To get started, we're going to head to the range, we're going to check our zero, I'll tell you about the rifle, and then we'll head to the field. What we're doing, we're going to be making sure this rifle is zeroed in. You may be wondering, what am I doing with the hand warmers? Why in the world? Well, it's because of the equipment that I'm going to be shooting. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and put the Tannerite down there with the heat source on it. That way it'll show up on the pulsar unit itself. And I'll show you what it'll do. Let me tell you about the rifle that I'm going to be using on this hunt. This is a .308 caliber round, 168 grain Nosler projectile. This is a boar buster. It's made by my friends over at Freedom Munitions. I have used this exact same round for taking numerous black bear and feral hogs. It works excellent on thick bone, thick skin animals, and so this will be my first opportunity to really give it a whirl at a deer. But as far as the rifle goes, this is an AR-10. It's made by Nemo. It's an executive order. You'll notice on the end of it is fully suppressed. The rifle, it's topped off with a Pulsar trail unit. Now this is a thermal unit, and Pulsar is a phenomenal piece of equipment. Anyway, it's a sweet shooting rifle. I've taken hundreds of feral hogs with it. Right now, the thing that we're after is a white-tailed deer, and so that's the equipment, and hopefully we'll show you how it works. All right, the night is young, and I just got a call that there's some hogs in a farmer's field down here, and they want us to go to work. We're on the way. That wasn't bad for about an hour's worth of work right there. Wasn't long ago we got in here and we took care of a pile of them. This is just the first group I picked up. All right, last night was a pretty good night for the hunters and not such a good night for the feral hogs. We wound up knocking down a bunch of them. What I'm gonna do now, last night I wound up field dressing them out in the field and cleaned them up, hung them up here. And so this morning what I wanna do is I'm gonna show you how I take a hog that is in this shape right here, and I'm gonna put it on a cradle, and I'm gonna take the skin off of it and quarter it up, put it in an ice chest, get it ready to take home.
If you'd like to see a special video on skinning and quartering of feral hogs, you can find that as well as lots of Pulsar thermal hog hunting action and hundreds of other videos by going to our YouTube channel. And while you're there, make sure and subscribe.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Pulsar, Timber Creek Outdoors, Legends Ranch, the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, Record Rack Deer and Elk Feed, and FreedomMunitions.com, your online ammunition destination. The High Road will be right back. Now it's time for Gear Care, brought to you by the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line.
CLP actually is an acronym. It stands for Clean, Lubricate, and Protect. It's a phenomenal product. Tell them how you clean a rifle with it.
Probably my favorite use of that CLP product in the aerosol is the upper receiver on my match guns and my practice guns. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the upper off right quick. And what I found, it doesn't really take much more than the time it takes you to apply it. So I got my little widget here and a shopper rag, give you an idea of what's going on.
And it cleans, lubricates, and protects.
And that protection thing is really big in Louisiana.
Yeah, and the reason why is because of humidity. You know, a lot of times we'll go out in the field, and when we're in areas with great humidity, you don't really think about it. You wind up putting your gun up, and it's got the moisture. You want to protect it. So CLP is my favorite product out of the entire product line from Lucas Oil Outdoor Line. That dirty rag is the reason why.
Good stuff.
For more information on the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, visit our website and join us on Facebook for more Gear Care tips.
Our whitetail that come out of our breeding program here on the ranch have to be tagged by Texas state law. Often you're out in the field, you'll see tagged deer, and those have been released as according to state law. What it does for us too is it helps us to judge in the field actual ages, because we use different color tags for each year these fawns are born. This is late season whitetail, but these whitetail are getting tough, and this weather is not going to be easy. We're having a lot of hot weather, which is unusual for this time of year, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to get out and try and get on a decent whitetail buck, either management or trophy. We're kind of open on either end.
It's like a sweat box in here. I mean, it got about 80 degrees and unseasonably warm. We're going to stick it out till dark.
It's mid-January in South Texas, and the temperature feels more like it's springtime. Near record highs have the deer activity slowed down to where any deer sighting right now is a blessing. Finally, a deer shows up, and it was a good time to be able to gather some footage using the Pulsar Trail 50 thermal rifle scope. Then, it was like someone flipped a switch. I was covered up with deer, but there were no bucks that were old enough to be on the hit list. Until now. And this buck shows up, and in the thermal scope, he was lit up like a Christmas tree. Although I had plenty of thermal footage of him, it was getting close to dark, and before we could get a chance to take a shot, the buck took off. Well, the first couple of days didn't go exactly as planned with the hot weather, a nasty cold, and the fact the only shooter buck that we've seen was when it was really too dark for the camera. So we're hoping that this cold front that's moving in gets the big bucks up and moving tomorrow. We got this cold front coming in now. It's probably about 60 today. But you know, we had a big deer come in last evening in the blind, but we're out of shooting light.
I'm just happy to be here. You know, if somebody was to say, what are you hunting for? Well, we're hunting for whitetail, but I'm always hunting for a good time. And getting to hang out with Jeff Rand is just a real treat for me. And so when I'm with Jeff, I mean, we can share different stories and we have a lot in common. And if the right deer presents himself, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot. All right, Jeff is gonna go feed. I'm gonna get set up, and this is the last evening of the hunt, so hopefully we can make it happen.
While the cameraman gathers footage using the normal video camera, I'm recording footage on the Pulsar Trail 50 thermal scope. This is the same rig that I used earlier in the show for hog hunting, and it works equally well in the day or night as it reads the heat signature of an object. Keep in mind that I also have on this rifle a suppressor that is now considered legal equipment for big game hunting in Texas.
Let's see what he does. Everything's good. He just needs to turn sideways. Yeah. Let him raise his head. Dale, are you good? Here goes.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by PyramidAir.com, Liberty Safe, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%, and Shadow Hunter Blinds. The High Road will be right back.
There's a bunch of corn. He's not gonna go over. It's a nice buck. Zoom in more. Let's see what he does. Everything's good. He just needs to turn sideways. Yeah. Let him raise his head. Dale, are you good? Here goes.
Hit good. I'll get him again. He's hit good.
Good. Good.
He's fine. Yeah. No, he didn't go through using that first patch. No, he went all the way.
Nice.
Just heard him go down.
Good. What do you say? Good. Yeah, we had to work for that one. I'll say we did.
But seeing that old 9-year-old deer come in down there, and then not really getting a shot at him, and then having this deer that's probably very close to similar age. He's at least 8.
Yeah.
You can see that size of his neck, and a native deer that's been born out in the pasture. So.
Well, that was cool. I'll tell you what. I mean, we worked for it. We spent, the weather has been tough. It has been hot. And we have spent our time out here, so that's good. I mean, I wound up, that's actually the first deer I've shot with this rifle. And so, it looked like it hit him fine.
Yeah, he hit good. You can see that blood pumping when he was coming down.
Oh, really?
Us. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, well, let's go see what we got. There he is right there. Can you believe that?
I mean, we were 10 yards away from that deer and couldn't see him. All right.
Look at this. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Neck on that deer.
That's a big old buck right there. Look at that. Wow. That's wonderful. Look at that. That is a old native 777 buck right there, isn't it?
That's a hog, man. Look how he's busted up a little bit. Probably a fighter of note, being that size. And as you said, we were talking about tagging the deer.
Yep.
This deer has never been tagged, and he was born in the pasture at least, I would say, 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, there's not many people that have ever killed a 7 or 8 year old buck, and I mean, this is a native buck born in the pasture, and the management that y'all are doing is incredible. I mean, Jeff, thank you. I mean,
Keith, thanks a lot, man. We've been friends a long time now, and
yeah.
I appreciate it. And I know we're both busy a lot of the time, but it's great you were able to come and spend some time.
Well, this is wonderful. And folks, if y'all want more information on 777 Ranch, you can get a hold of them online. Give them your website.
It's 777ranch.com.
And get a hold of them. We'll have a direct link off of our website to Jeff's, and get a hold of them if you're interested in whitetail hunting or if you're interested in exotics. And if you're a landowner and you're interested in talking to Jeff about stewardship of the land and exotic animals, call Jeff and talk to him, because he's knowledgeable. Right now we're going to get this guy taken care of, and I'll tell you what, I'm pretty pleased with the way that rifle performed.
And like we said in the blind, is I don't think he ever heard the shot.
No.
He felt the impact, and he came running down towards us, the whole time.
Well,
it was a good shot, and he didn't go very far.
No, that was really good. I'm very happy with it. Now, the thing we've got to do, we're going to close out the show, but the one thing we've got to do, we can't show field dressing them on camera. Y'all want to see how we field dress this guy? What you need to do is you need to go over to my YouTube channel, because we're going to show you field dressing right now. Thanks for watching.
Again, if you'd like to see how I field dress the deer I just harvested, check out our YouTube channel.